Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today we're gonna do kind of one of those in the series, the best user-created cards, but it's a bit of a twist. I wanted to highlight basically like a custom expansion, and it's a Game of Thrones related expansion. It was uploaded by Kaikajo on the custom Hearthstone subreddit and didn't get a lot of attention, but I thought these were exceptionally well done. And in general, as you guys know, I've never done like a whole custom expansion because generally I feel like it's a bit over the top. I like to highlight selective genius when it comes to my, custom card user reviews, all that kind of stuff. But in this case, I want to make an exception because I thought the whole theme of what he came up with fit really nicely in terms of like Hearthstone cards in general and how it tied with the Game of Thrones series. Now, as a warning, there are, I would say, mild spoilers within these cards, and it's why I basically wanted to wait until this point to do this video. This user uploaded these cards about 10 days ago or so, but wanted to give you guys ample time to see all of that as Game of Thrones, so you can watch these, I guess, spoiler-free, because, well, spoiler, it's over. That's right. All right. So what did he come up with? Starting off with Arya Stark. It's a 3-cost 1/1, and you equip Needle, and Needle's a little poisonous little jabby thingy that does the job pretty well. In terms of Hearthstone balance, it's very nice. It's a card's got stealth. It's very well themed in the game. It's very descriptive of the rest of the cards. Now, there's a lot of these, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot on each card, but you can tell all of these are very well done and very well themed. And honestly, Arya Stark could be a very fair card in the game of Hearthstone as well. Daenerys Targaryen, 7-cost 4/6. It's a priest card. Oh, so heavenly. Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, summon 3 1/1 dragon whelps. And these dragon whelps are the ones of the different named dragons from the series. And each one gets bigger at the end of your turn. Now, probably starting off as essentially 2/2s, it's a very strong card, but 2/2s with that kind of ability, well, let's just say it's probably not too likely that they're all going to survive. Yes. Dracarys, next card up. Again, very, very priest card. I kind of find the class selection of these kind of humorous sometimes. So deal 3 damage to a minion, and if you're holding a dragon, you deal 3 damage to all minions instead. And wow, wouldn't priest love a card like that? Well, I had exactly a card like that with Duskbringer, but yeah, that's past us now. That's those wild format type of cards. Euron Greyjoy, 5-cost 3/5. It's a pirate, and the battle cry, destroy a dragon. How about that? Then we have Daenerys Mad Queen, still a priest card. A lot heavier, I guess. It's a 9-cost 4/12, typical dragon stats, and so much so it is a dragon, apparently. Whenever a friendly dragon dies, deal 5 damage to all minions except dragons. All right. Melisandre, 1-cost 1/1, death rattle, draw a card that costs 9 or more. How about that? Jorah is a 2-cost 2/2, all priest cards. I don't know how these end up in the priest class, but all right, let's go with it. Jorah is a 2-cost 2/2, battlecry, discover a healing spell. Very fitting in some ways, I suppose. Ramsay Bolton is a 4-cost 4/4, battlecry, cast Unleash the Hounds from your deck or your hand. Sometimes you might not want to do that, I suppose, but other times you can use it as card draw. I imagine you have 2 Unleash the Hounds. You can play the one that you may have drawn and fish for the other using Ramsay Bolton. I actually really like this type of mechanic. If anything, this is one of the best designed cards that he's made. Burn Them All, 5-cost Warlock spell, deal 4 damage to all characters. Very similar to what we have in the game, but very fitting if you have seen all the episodes. Cersei Lannister is a 6-cost 2/3 paladin card. Didn't know paladins were so evil, I guess. When this minion survives damage, you summon an 8/8 mountain with taunt. And there is the mountain himself, I suppose. But imagine Cersei, especially when buffed, can survive lots of hits. I don't know where all of these mountains would just keep coming from, but whatever. Cool enough, I suppose. Jaime Kingslayer, 3-cost 3/5, battlecry, destroy a legendary minion and discard your hand. Wow, quite the entry there. Love to see cards like these. My opinion, video games in general don't take advantage of two-sided mechanics enough. It's always, one-directional cards. Do this and it's always good. And you compare it to another card that's always good. But cards like these, I think, are very good. And I hope to see more of them in the actual game where you have an upside, but they're attached to a downside. So you really have to think when you can actually sacrifice that. Braun is a 3-cost 6/6, and you can't attack unless you pay a coin this turn. Oh, how convenient. Tyrion Lannister, one of the favorite character of the series, kind of gets screwed. I guess the author of these custom cards was not a huge Tyrion Lannister fan, or Tyrion Lannister, sorry. Battlecry to add 2 coins to your hand, 4-cost 2/2. Yeah, not crazy about that one. I imagine he'd have more of an impact in the game of Hearthstone. Podrick Payne is a 4-cost 1/1 with Battlecry. Discover a female minion. It costs 0. Interesting. The Wall is a mage card. Summon 0/1 walls until your side of the battlefield is full. What are these walls like? Well, that, basically. It's kind of an interesting effect. They're obviously pretty terrible. They obviously can get board cleared really easily by a powerful spell, perhaps. But in terms of holding off minions, they're not bad at all. Viserion, 9-cost 4/12 dragon. Battlecry, destroy all enemies with taunt. How fitting. There might be a correlation between this card and the last. It's possible. Tormund Giantsbane is a 4-cost 3/3. Battlecry, destroy a minion that costs 8 or more. It's kind of like Big Game Hunter, but legendary and maybe a bit more interesting and restrictive at the same time. Grayscale, 0-cost warrior card. Corrupt all minions. At the end of each turn, deal 1 damage to them. There you go. Little bit by little bit. Red Wedding is a warlock card. Destroy 3 random enemy minions for 8. For 10, you can get a Night's King. 7/7. When an enemy minion dies, resummon it on your side. I imagine that's quite strong. Melisandre is a priest card. 6-cost 3/5. Battlecry. Summon a random legendary minion that died this game. I don't remember being so random, but alright. Not today. Secret for Rogue. When one of your minions, I think it's supposed to say, is attacked, give it immune until your next turn. Beric Dondarrion is a 4-cost 3/3. Death Rattle, discard a random card. If you did, resummon this minion. There you go, it's a warlock card somehow. Ice, weapon. I think it's a warrior card here. Death Rattle, add a 3/2 Widow's Wail and a 2/3 Oathkeeper to your hand. And those are the other versions of it, I suppose. George R.R. Martin, which is the author of the books that comes to the show Game of Thrones. Battlecry, destroy all friendly minions. But he's a 1-cost 2/3. Very impressive looking stats, but yeah. I guess that's pretty appropriate. Shaman card, Qyburn's Laboratory. Destroy a minion and then return it to life with +3/+3. This is kind of like a Reincarnate in the game with a buff. I love Reincarnate. Love to see more cards like these. King's Moot. Warrior card, deal 1 damage to a minion until it has 1 health. Khalasar is a 7-cost card. Summon 2/1 Dothrakis with Rush until your side of the battlefield is full and they die at the end of turn. It's like an Unleash the Hounds combo, kind of. Well, you don't get to keep them. Kind of. Dragonglass Dagger, 2-cost 1/3. Destroy any Death Rattle minion damaged by this. Petter Baelish, 4-cost 2/3. Battlecry, force an enemy minion to deal its damage to the minions next to it. Basically, he forces a betrayal. It's a betrayal. Robert Baratheon is a 4-cost 8/4. Battlecry summons a 4/2 boar for your opponent. How tragic, am I right? There's Lyanna. It's a 1-cost 1/3. Battlecry silences a minion that costs 5 or more. Howland Reed, 4-cost 3/4. That's a rogue card. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to an undamaged minion. Cards like these will be very fair. I imagine we'd actually see a number of these in actual expansions in the future. Eddard Stark is a 3-cost 2/4. Battlecry, if you control a secret, add a copy of it to your hand. Love effects like these. We had kind of the barista in this expansion showing us how cool these kind of like recycling effects can be. More would be nice. Varys, 2-cost 1/3. Look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. He kind of gets to be a bit more well-themed than, Tyrion Lannister, but all right. Davos Seaworth is a 3-cost 2/2. Pirate, of course. Add 2 onions to your hand. And onions are kind of like crappy bananas. And finally, Samwell Tarly, the 8-cost 2/3. It's a mage card. Add random spells to your hand until your hand is full. Now, a card like this is particularly interesting because it's so well themed. You know, for 8 mana, on first glance, a 2/3 is a lot more disappointing than you may expect to get. But sometimes there's some surprises in there. Very well done. Love to see content like this. And if you do as well, let us know. More might be coming your way on this channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.